Ow.
Hey, dudes! God damn it.
Welcome to another episode of The Bullshit Show. I'm Dad. This is Nathan, who just...
Fuck you, Wall!
Who just hit his head on the wall because he's a doofus. The kitties are sleeping, so no cameos from the kitties tonight. Okay, we got a packed show, so let's get right into it.
I got a new phone.
Yes, Nathan got a new phone. Show off your phone,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he got an Android.
Ah.
Yay.
That was all my videos.
Yeah. First of all, and as always, I have to rag on Trump the Lump.
On this edition of Dad and Trump.
Yeah. The White House is in utter chaos, despite what Trump says.
No chaos.
It's in...
No collusion.
Yeah, no chaos, no collusion. That's bullshit. It is in fucking chaos. And they are the biggest bunch of assholes this world has ever seen. I will never forgive Jeff Sessions for firing Andrew McCabe 2 days before his retirement. So that shanks him out of his pension. Although I heard there was a Democratic congressman who was going to give him a job for 2 days so that he could finish out his service and get his full pension. So hopefully that's true. But what an asshole thing to do. Yeah, Andrew McCabe probably deserved to be fired for some of the bullshit that he pulled. But they should have done it 6 months ago, not 2 days before his retirement. That was just mean. And Jeff Sessions, who's a fucking, looks like a fucking elf. He looks like Gollum from fucking Lord of the Rings. Oh, my precious. Oh, God. He is such an asshole. I think he's on the chopping block, too. I think we're going to see him disappear pretty soon. Hopefully. The marijuana lobby is certainly hoping for it. But now, and also, Trump is going to bring on an economic advisor, a guy named Larry Kudlow, who until recently had a $100,000 a month cocaine habit. He claims he's kicked it now, but would you trust an economic advisor who spent $100,000 a month on cocaine? Jesus Christ, what are these people thinking? Drain the swamp. The swamp is overflowing, people. But hey, I didn't vote for him, so... What?
Everyone who watched the stream, I specifically said, preferably don't comment about Hot Pockets.
And so everybody comments
So
about...
you comment about Hot Pockets!
Well, we just won't read them.
No, really quickly. If you are all team Hey Dudes, spread it around the internet. Show the internet your love for Hot Pockets. Post it on Reddit, 4chan, everything. Spread the Hot Pocket love.
Yes, we need more subscribers. So, spread the word, people. I'll even eat Hot Pockets naked if that'll make you happy.
No, he won't.
I might. What else is going on in the world? Putin,
If you do, you'll clean it up.
Trump's best friend, just won re-election with approximately 75% of the vote. As if there was really anybody legitimate running against him. It was bad enough that he rigged our election, but he rigged the election in Russia. So of course he got 75% of the vote. The guy is a crook and a criminal. He used to be a fucking KGB agent. He used to be in charge of the KGB. And these fucking murders that have occurred in England, the attempted murder of a Russian dissident in Salisbury, England, he's directly responsible for that. Theresa May was right to expel 23 Russian diplomats. But now Russia has retaliated and they're going to expel 23 English diplomats. So it's tit for tat. But
That was a good episode.
yeah, it's just... Putin is evil. He's more evil than Trump, believe it or not. And don't buy the "I want to be your friend" bullshit, because it just is not right.
It's Patsy. I really want to be your friend.
He is evil. Very, very, very evil. And he kills people, or has people killed, I should put it that way. I'm sure he's done his share of killing himself. But he's an asshole. Okay, we have a birthday shout out that we need to do. March 20th is the birthday of one of our viewers, a Raisin Chipotle, which I think is a cool screen name. Happy birthday to you, dude. Thanks for watching and being a hardcore Hey Dudes fan. So there's your shout out. Have a good birthday. Get high, get laid. Yes. And speaking of birthdays, on the 23rd, somebody has a birthday. Somebody's going to be 19 years old, and he's still doing this shit. Can you believe it? Time to grow up, the young one, young Padawan. Time to go out and face the world. But on the 23rd, so send in tons of birthday wishes for Nathan, because it's going to be his birthday. So do it and send cash. We need cash.
That too.
We continue with our movie pass experiences. Gone to the movies virtually every day. Once in a while we take a break. But we've seen just about everything that's out. And I think since the last episode, we've seen probably a half a dozen films at least, including A Wrinkle in Time, which was it was okay. It was nothing special. I suppose if you were 9 or 10, it might have been a good film, but from an adult point of view, it was lame, and everything was shot too close. It was really just annoying as hell. We also saw Red Sparrow, which we got to see Jennifer Lawrence's nipples, which was a nice. I don't think it was worth sitting there for almost 2.5 hours just to see that.
Worst theater experience of my life.
Yes, we had somebody a couple rows behind us that had a bag of Skittles or something through the entire fucking movie. Crunch, 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 just
I think we talked about that in the last episode.
I don't know. But, so we saw Red Sparrow. It wasn't that good of a movie. But, and the nude scene could have easily shot around it. There was no reason for her to expose her nipples. But I'm glad she did. They're nice. She has nice nipples. We also saw 7 Days in Entebbe, which was pretty good. It was almost kind of felt like a documentary. It was, except for this fucking modern dance crap subplot that was in it, should have all been cut out. All it did was slow the film down. It was bullshit, but there were some great performances.
Yeah, what the hell did it have to do with the movie?
The dance had nothing to do. I suppose from some sort of art faggy point of view, it meant something, but I sure didn't get it, and it just ruined the movie for me. Then the day before yesterday, we saw Tomb Raider.
I thought it was very good.
Yeah, it was a good film. I mean, it wanted desperately to be an Indiana Jones movie, but it lacked the pacing. It didn't have a sense of humor about itself like Indiana Jones films did. And the pacing was kind of slow. It took a while to build up to it, and then even once it got into the third act where everything was supposed to be happening, it all happened in a dark cave. You couldn't really see a lot of shit. So,
also the last 10 minutes, all it is just setting up a sequel.
Yeah, that was the only reason the film was made, I think, was for the sequel. But Alicia Vikander is hot. She is cute. a lot hotter than Angelina Jolie ever was. She's really cute, and that pays off well in the film. She's nice. So I would, of all the films that we've seen, I'd recommend you see Tomb Raider, I guess. Although we have returned to the theater many times, and Nathan has seen Black Panther
6 times.
6 times now. We went last night because we had nothing else to see and saw it again. It was my 2nd or 3rd time. I can't remember. But we wanted to go to the movies for the fun of it, and we went and saw Black Panther again. And then also Death Wish. I've seen it 4 times now. Nathan has seen it 3 times? 3 times. He's seen it 3 times. I've seen it 4 times. If you get a chance, see it. It'll probably be out on disc really soon. It's Bruce Willis is not much of an actor, but the supporting cast is really good, and it's
Vincent D'Onofrio is great.
Vincent D'Onofrio is great in everything he does. He's great in this film.
If anybody has seen Daredevil, you know how good Vincent D'Onofrio is. He is I'm gonna flat out say he is probably the best villain in the Marvel Netflix shows we've gotten so far.
I'd have to defer to him on that one. I don't know. I know him from Law and Order, or SUV, or whatever it is. SVU.
I really hope, but highly doubt they'll do. Did you say SUV?
I said SUV. Law and Order in a van.
I seriously doubt, but anybody who does Marvel like me, I really, really hope that they have Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk in the Spider-Man movies. I doubt they ever will, but that would just be amazing.
Yes, he's a great actor, and I mean, I've never seen him do anything bad. And then to top things off, I went and saw, it's about a week ago, I went and saw what's being called Grinding Nemo, or more commonly known as The Shape of Water.
The best picture of
The
2017.
so-called best picture of 2017. It's not the best picture of 2017. It's not the best picture I've seen in 2018. It was okay. It was just meh. There were parts of it that were just pointless. There were some technical boo-boos that I thought were unforgivable. There were, I thought the creature was ugly, and I didn't feel any, the film wanted to have the warmth and tenderness of E.T., but you didn't feel that for this creature. This creature was ugly and hideous. So, it was the creature from the Black Lagoon meets Splash, is what it boils down to. Nothing felt original. It's certainly not the best film of the year. 3 Billboards or Get Out were far superior to it. So,
today we went and saw Jumanji.
yes, we saw Jumanji for what, your 3rd time?
My 3rd time and his 2nd and a half time.
Yeah. I had taken some Benadryl and I was really sleepy and I kept dozing off during it. But fortunately there were people behind us talking that kept me awake. So that helped.
Actually,
a lot.
the person behind you also fell asleep.
Yeah, well, that's true. But
And one more movie. We saw 50 Shades Freer.
yes, we also saw 50 Shades Freed. Just because, again, we felt compelled to go to the movies and there was nothing
It
else
was
to
1
see.
o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah, it was it wasn't as bad. I mean, I saw the first 2. It's about the same as that. It's like a soap opera. And Dakota Johnson looks so nice naked. But she didn't get naked, and she was naked a fair amount, but not enough. And the first...
And she was over here most of the time.
Yeah, Jonathan Schwartzman's photography was maddening. It was so obvious they were shooting this to be prepped for video release, even though it was anamorphic widescreen, everything was either frame left or frame right with all this dead space. It was just...
It's like if Hey Dudes was filmed like this.
It's like this. You know, right
oh God, I'm gonna fall off the bed, help me!
It was just... There was a lot of dead space in the frame. It really drove me nuts. But it was basically the first 2/3 of the film were nothing but sex scenes linked together by a really thin plot. But it came together in the end. It wasn't a terrible film, but it wasn't... You know, I think I gave it a 1.5 stars. So, but
Dateline's on the
oh boy, Dateline's on. Do you have comments?
No.
Any real comments that weren't Hot Pockets?
I kind of turned it off because my battery was dying.
Oh,
so.
Okay. How much time we got left?
We have 5 minutes, basically.
We have 5 minutes to kill. What else can we talk about? What other movies have we seen? Why did we like Death Wish so much? I liked it. Again, Bruce Willis wasn't the key. It was the supporting cast. And it's violent as hell. Eli Roth, who is known for making basically slasher movies, it's tame by Eli Roth standards, but it's pretty cool. At one point he blows somebody away with a machine gun who falls down a staircase and cracks his neck on the floor. It's great. There's blood everywhere. There's a lot of blood in this movie. And he tortures somebody with a surgical scalpel, pouring brake fluid directly on their open nerve.
I cannot watch scenes where somebody gets cut because I cringe, because I feel it sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and in fact, the makeup in that sequence was great. I mean, if you notice, it looked just like a real leg. Like, I mean, the hairs and everything were there. And
I was mostly referring to in Black Panther during the battle between T'Challa and Killmonger, where they cut each other with the sword.
Yeah.
Every time Killmonger cuts, like, T'Challa's leg or something, I'm like, God damn. Yeah. Because I can somewhat feel it. And it's like, don't do that.
That's a sign that it's being staged realistically. But yeah, if you know, of all the films that I've seen since we got Movie Pass, or that we've seen all year, I would recommend that you see, first of all, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. That
just buy that on DVD.
Buy it on DVD. It's worth it. The film takes twists that you would never see coming. Sam Rockwell's performance, who he won an Oscar for, is stunning. Frances McDormand's performance, I thought, was one of the weakest performances in the film, and she won an Oscar. Woody Harrelson is awesome in it, and so I highly recommend that. And Get Out, I think, is probably my favorite movie experience so far this year. It's a great film. It's a great suspense film, and it's also an incredible commentary on race relations. It's Jordan Peele manages to balance everything just right through the whole film. Not too much of this and not too little. And what are you doing?
Just seeing
how
much time.
And then Death Wish. That'll be out, like I said, on DVD probably pretty soon. I'd recommend you see Death Wish. I don't recommend Wrinkle in Time. I can't really recommend Tomb Raider.
I recommend Tomb Raider. It's good.
I need to see it again, which we probably will this week.
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Really quickly, we have about a minute left.
Yeah.
Really quickly, for the people that follow Marvel, how about that Infinity War trailer, though?
Yes, the most recent.
Holy shit!
I mean, I'm not a hardcore Marvel fan, but the newest Infinity War trailer is pretty kick-ass. So I'm kind of stoked to see the movie now. So what do we got? 60... I don't know, 60-some days, 63 days.
My plan is, leading up to Infinity War, to watch every Marvel movie a day leading up to it. So, like, 16 days before.
And he owns just about all the Marvel movies, so...
Ebony Maw creeps me out, which I suppose is probably the idea.
Yeah, I'll probably go back and watch Civil War again before we see it, just to get caught up.
Oh shit.
Okay.
We got 3 seconds.
Okay.